What's going on? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? The Demetrius, Andrade, and David Benavidez press conference was today, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I love the respect from both athletes. A lot of people were talking about David Benavidez being overweight. He looks pretty slim to me. In the same time, when we look at the size of both of these athletes, they're about the same height. Demetrius Andrade, he's really like top heavy. And then, he got decent legs, you know what I'm saying? Pause. But it's like, what I like about the matchup is the respect level of not just face off, but they respect each other's skills. I see that Demetrius Andrade is really trying to sell this fight. His first pay-per-view fight, really trying to make sure that his fan base and everybody sticks behind him. It's funny. I like Boo Boo, man. Boo Boo's funny, man. And his character outside of boxing, right, it is the same as kind of like how he fights. It's very orthodox. Some people call it sloppy. I call it more like it's more orthodox or unorthodox. And, he swings punches in different angles. The over-the-top left is one of his big money punches when it comes down to trying to eliminate the guy or inflict fear. But with that punch as well, I believe that he leaves himself very open. He also falls in on his shots. When it comes to David Benavidez, he ain't perfect either. You know what I'm saying? When he tries to inflict body shot pain or anything, leaves himself open. So they both got some holes in their game. They both got, different tricks in their bag. I think this is a great fight. They also said, F Canelo a few times, and I like this fight. I think that when it comes down to stylistically, it excites me. I hope that everybody buys the pay-per-view and support this fight. When it comes to the super middleweight, you have to admit, besides, David Morrell, which I think is an amazing talent, I think that these two guys are definitely, top five, guys in that middleweight, super middleweight division. Even though Demetrius Andrade only has one fight there with DeMar Nicholson, but when it comes to talent, you have to give it to Demetrius Andrade. He's not a neat fighter like Caleb Plant. He's definitely, a little bit all over the place. His hands are kind of moving all over the place, but he's a smart guy. Even answering the questions in the press conference, you can see the intelligence that he has. Brian Custer asked us some questions. Demetrius wasn't really answering the questions, and then he would, refer and go back to the question, and then he'll answer it. I like the answer that he gave when it came down to Jose Benavidez saying he'll get him out of there in 8 and 9. He's like, he called somebody in his corner and said, "Can you be my dad for today? I don't got no love." So I like the characteristic that he brings to the table when it comes to boxing. I wish that he would promote himself a little bit more when it comes to interviews and doing things outside of boxing that could help his career. But instead of like heavily thirsty trying to promote the event, as far as saying buy the pay-per-view, people will buy the pay-per-view if you make it an excitement. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of respect. There's a lot of respect here, and I like it. I think that David Benavidez likes the fact that he is a clown. He's definitely waiting to see if he says anything out of the ordinary. But I like this fight. November 25th is going to be definitely a great showdown. The winner of this fight could fight Canelo Alvarez Cinco de Mayo, so this is big. The WBC will be mandating this fight, mandating that the winner of this fight to fight Canelo Alvarez, which I think that is perfect. I think that's what we need in boxing. I really, really enjoy this fight stylistically. I hope that they bring a little bit more pizzazz to their press conferences. You can see that Demetrius Andrade is happy to, host the main event card again. Hey, it is what it is. PBC has been putting on this year heavily. Shout out to Showtime. Hopefully you guys stay in business. If you don't, hopefully you guys will land onto another platform that will support you guys heavily, and the fighters, most importantly, with the bag. What y'all think in the comment section about this fight? Who do you think won the press conference? I feel like it was like a draw. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a draw. But I do like how Demetrius Andrade brings the slickness talk, the slick talk. And I like how David Benavidez is always, he means business each and every time he enters the ring. Let me know what y'all think in the comments section. Who you think is going to win this fight? Did you enjoy the press conference? Is it hype? Was it boring? Let me know what y'all think. It's Millcityboxing, home of the high-level pro boxing media. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let's go up.